The internet has exploded in drama over the insane failure of Margot Robbie's latest film, Babylon, which just hit theaters this past weekend. That is one of the biggest flops of the year. This is absolutely hilarious because this film was supposed to be this film that was glorifying everything about Hollywood that a lot of people are very disgusted in, but they thought that it was going to be some sort of huge success, and let's just say that they're going to be losing a massive amount of money with this film. But the hilarious thing about all of this is that the elites are having a total meltdown because this is spelling the end of Margot Robbie in many ways. So there's plenty of articles that are starting to come out like this: 2 flops and you're out. The internet declares Margot Robbie so over, and a lot of this is being attributed to the fact that Margot Robbie had 2 flops on her hands this year, with Babylon being one of them. So as you can see here, Babylon is currently sitting at 49% rotten on Rotten Tomatoes and 55% rotten from critics. And not only that, but when you actually look at the box office numbers, look how atrocious this is. So far, the film has only grossed $4.8 million. That is tragically bad for this film. This film is supposed to be making at least probably about 180 million to break even. That is not going to be happening with this film whatsoever. So things are looking very, very bad for Margot Robbie. But the hilarious thing about all of this is that Margot Robbie's fans are losing their minds over all of this. Margot Robbie fans come to her defense after Babylon bombs. Some fans say it's misogynistic! Misogyny to single out Margot Robbie when Brad Pitt is the movie's top billed star. The problem here is that Margot Robbie kind of has a track record of being very bad for the box office in many different ways. You can't say the same thing about Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt continues to deliver many successes over the span of his career, so this is not a very fair comparison here. The new movie Babylon might be coming up short at the box office, but fans are saying not to pin that on Margot Robbie. Written and directed by Damien Chazelle, which I am not a big fan of Damien Chazelle and a lot of the films that he's done. He's done things like, what was that one movie called? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He did that movie. I did not like that movie at all. I've not liked a lot of his movies that he's done, but Babylon features an ensemble cast that includes Robbie alongside Brad Pitt, Diego Calva, Gene Smart, yada yada yada, and Tobey Maguire. The film follows various characters during the rise of sound films in the 1920s following the era of silent films. While Babylon has been an awards darling, already garnering nominations at the Golden Globes and Critics' Choice Awards, it has turned out to be a box office dud. A total dud. The film, budgeted at around 80 million, grossed less than 6 million over the course of its 4-day opening weekend, which is such a travesty for this film. But many fans of Robbie don't appreciate seeing her singled out for these films underperforming. People are taking to social media to defend Robbie, insisting that her performances in both of these films are bright spots that play no factor in either film bombing. Spanish news site Marca declared 2022 a year to forget for the 32-year-old from the Gold Coast. Independent site Hollywood in Toto pondered if Robbie is box office poison, while Twitter claimed Margot has had a constant streak of flops recently, and Reddit insisted her last 5 live-action movies flopped at the box office, all of which suggests that for some people at least, the shine has begun to wear off the golden girl of the big screen. Which, to be honest, like, I'm kind of a fan of Margot Robbie and a lot of the stuff that she has done when it comes to her performances in films and everything else. But the truth is that I think a lot of it just boils down to the fact that people are sick and tired of Hollywood. And when you see a film like Babylon comes out, nobody has an interest in going to see that. I mean, the fact is that neither Brad Pitt nor Margot Robbie could pull an audience in to see this film. So with all of that being said, this is not looking good for Margot Robbie though, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens with her moving forward and her career. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about all of this crazy news about Margot Robbie. With that being said, I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.